Hello everybody, welcome to this Verbling class with me. My name's Amy and today's class is a writing class. So if you would like to practice your writing skills, then come along and join us. Today we're going to have a bit of fun actually using Pinterest as inspiration for our writing. So you can choose whatever you like. We're going to use literally a Pinterest board which is all about writing prompts. So you'll have access to that. I'll give you the link to that. And you can have a look and get inspired by one of the pins on Pinterest to help you do some writing for us today. What we will do is what we usually do, spend about half of the class doing some writing, and then we'll spend the second half of the class reading and correcting our work. If you have other particular writing tasks that you want to focus on, then you are very welcome to come and do those as well today. You can access the document for today's class via the Google Drive or a link that I will upload shortly. So if you do want to do some writing, then do come on in and join us. Before we get started on today's topic, let me just let you know a little bit more about Verbling. If you're watching this on YouTube, or if you've just joined Verbling, then you may be interested in finding out about what we are, who we are, where we are. So you can find us at www.verbling.com. And if you do go there, you'll see lots of classes, which is what we're doing right now. We do, however, do private tutoring sessions too. And if that's something that you're interested in, which is basically having a one-on-one session with a teacher, then the best place to go is to the Verbling teacher page. I have posted the link to my Verbling teacher page in the chat box, that you can see it there. So do go ahead there to find out more about any of the teachers. If you're interested in finding out who we are, where we come from, what experience we have, then you'll find that information there as well. You can also see our upcoming classes. If you're interested in attending classes, then that's where you should go. You can write us a message as well. So if you have any questions about anything, then do go ahead and visit the Verbling teacher page. Actually, the link I've just realised I've put on there is my Verbling Facebook page. So the second link is the teacher page. The first one is for Facebook. So if you're interested in keeping an eye on things as you go through your week, and you also access Facebook regularly, which I think probably a lot of you do, it might be an idea to like a few of the teachers on Verbling so that you can see their updates coming on your feed and keep in touch with the English speaking stuff that happens through the week so that you can carry on being focused. So what we're going to do is I'm going to share my screen, and you can have a look at some of the topics that we're going to do today from Pinterest. Basically, there are several pins on here that you can use to get inspired. Let me show you what this is going to be looking like. Okay. I'm going to say hello to Max. Hello, Max. Welcome to the class.
Hello.
Hello. Have I met you before?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, it's great to meet you. Where are you from, Max?
I'm from Brazil.
You're from Brazil. What part of Brazil?
I live in São Paulo.
All right. Excellent. And is it a good place to live?
More or less.
More or less.
It's a nice place to work, but not so good to live.
All right. So there are good things and bad things about it.
Yes.
I think that's probably true about everywhere, Max. It's good to meet you. So welcome to the class. What we're actually going to be doing today is some writing. I'm just about to share my screen because our inspiration for today's writing is coming from Pinterest. Do you follow or belong to Pinterest? Have you ever heard of it, for one thing?
No. What's that?
Right, let's have a look. Pinterest is basically a social media site which is sort of like all about collecting inspiration. Amari hates it. But actually it's kind of cool for getting random stuff and just coming across different things. So when you are, I don't know, trying to get inspired or collect ideas about something, it can be quite helpful. And we're going to use it today to do some writing. So you can hear this is a board What we call them is Pinterest boards, and this one's all about writing prompts. So if you scroll down, you will see lots and lots of pins which have different things that may inspire you to do some writing. You can see the first one. Here you've got a paper bag with something mysterious inside. It says, write about it, touch but don't look. Then you have a tap, which is, well, instead of water, you have gummy bears coming out of it, which looks kind of tempting to me. As you go down, you can see different writing prompts here. So this one says, you get a set of minions for a week. Maybe you want to write a story about minions. If you've seen Despicable Me, you probably can't miss them, actually. They're everywhere. Or a strange picture with a dog and a butterfly on his nose. So you can just scroll down to your heart's content and find something that you like the look of, and you can write anything about it. So Max, are you able to access the Google Drive?
Yes.
Alright, so in there, or if you prefer, you can just click on the link which is there in the Google chat box. That is the document that we'll be using to write on, okay? So you need to, if I give you the link to the Writing Prompts website, then you can have a look yourself. And then once you've chosen something, you can write about it using the document, which I'm going to share with you now so that you can see what it looks like. And just so that you know exactly what you're doing, just a second, I'll get rid of that. And I'll share this. There we go. So that's our document for today. It says, let's write about Pinterest. And all you have to do, Max, is type your name somewhere here, and off you go. So if you were writing about, say, I don't know, this tap here with the gummy bears, I turned the tap on, and to my surprise, gummy bears started flowing, ... Who knows what you're going to say about that? You may not want to talk about the gummy bears, Max. I'm going to change this to Amy. This is mine. So you can type your name somewhere in the document. Are you able to access that yet? You managed to get the document? Yep, it looks like you have. You're in there. Cool. Right, so Max, you've got plenty of time. Just take your time. I'm going to share my screen back to Pinterest now, just so that you can have a look on there as well. And I'll give you about, depending on if any other students come, because often they do with these writing classes, at least 20 minutes. So take your time, and take your time choosing. If you like, you can choose more than one. So if you haven't got a lot to say about one, then do more than one. Totally up to you, okay?
Okay, I'm creating an account because the access to the page is not free. You have to create an account.
You have to create an account. Oh, excellent. That's a bit annoying, isn't it? Okay. Well, what we'll do is I will put some of these on the screen. Let me see if I can zoom out a bit so that you can have a look at a few more. And in the meantime, I will try and figure out a way that you can access this without creating an account, okay? So take a look at my screen and see if there's something on there that you might be inspired by. Alright, Max, don't worry about creating an account because I think that will waste your time. So can you see my screen?
Yes.
Since it's just you and me, you can if there's nothing that you like on there, I will keep scrolling until you find a picture that you want to talk about, okay? How does that sound?
I I think I can write about the minions, right?
All right, cool. That's perfect. And if you want me to move down a bit, then just ask, okay?
Okay.
All right, so off you go.
Uh,
If you have any questions, I'm right here.
uh, just I want to check if I got it the task. I have to choose a topic to
Yep,
write about.
yep,
And for example, the minions. You get a set of minions for a week. So
yep,
I have to write something related to that.
exactly. What would you do if you got a set of minions for a week?
Uh, you you have to change the permission of editing the document. I'm not able to write that.
Oh, this always happens no matter what I do. Just a sec, I'll give you permission. And there you go. Is that okay now?
No.
Okay, let me try again. Just a second. Okay, how about that? Should be okay.
Uh,
I'm gonna repaste the link there for you.
yes. Now I'm
Okay,
able to edit the document. Okay.
excellent.
And how about the size of the text? How many lines?
Just as much as you, or as little as you want, Max. When you run out of things to say, you can either choose another topic or we can go straight to corrections, depending on how much you've written. So there's no limit, okay?
Okay. What's the name of the bad scientist of the movie? I forgot it.
That's a very good question. Hold on, let me look it up for you. What's it called? Despicable Me. Scientist name. Mm, it's Dr. Nefario, I think. I'll put it in the chat box for you. Okay.
Thank you.
Hello, Diego.
Hello, teacher.
Welcome to the class. You've still got time to join us if you're interested in writing something. You can see on my screen are your inspiration ideas. And I'm going to post the link to the document again into the chat box so that you can access it because you've just arrived. Or it's in the Google Drive. It's up to you. All you have to do is type your name and write something. So Max is writing about the minions from Despicable Me, but any of the things on this screen that you see you can use to inspire you for some writing.
Okay.
If you have any questions, just let me know.
Okay.
All right, good luck.
Thanks. I will try it.
All right.
So,
Are you ready, Max? Did you finish writing?
I wrote something about the minions.
All right, excellent. Can we have a look at it? So, we've got it here. I'm going to do a switch screen so that any of the people who are out there who are watching can share it with us. So just a moment and I'll get it on the screen. All right, so the first thing I want you to do is to read it, please, Max. I'm going to make it a bit bigger so we can see it, okay?
Okay.
There we go. Off you go.
Okay, you want me to read the
Yes,
text?
please.
Okay. My topic was I got a set of minions for a week. Last week I got off a lot of work to do and didn't have enough time to do all the tasks. As long as I meet Dr. Nefario, and he had told me that had a lot of minions without any work to do. I've asked Dr. Nefario for some minions for no more than 2 weeks. Surprisingly, Dr. Nefario said yes, and I could get how many minions I would need. So I did it. Considering I had a lot of work to do, I thought my problems got solved, but the minions gave more problems than I had thought that they could give. They are really anxious, and all the time they want to do something and not my home around. Some minions really carried out some works and helped me out, but other ones did the tasks in a stupid way, and that upset me very much. Moreover, they eat a lot. All the food is never enough for them. They emptied my refrigerator within one day. How insane is that? You don't have to pay a salary to them, but take care of them costed me a lot. To sum up, I think I would have done better my works if I hadn't asked those me those stupid minions for help. They drove me crazy and I still have a lot of incomplete works to do.
That's
Oh my gosh.
very entertaining, Max. I love the idea that the minions were more hassle than they were actually worth. It's probably true, actually, if that happened. They do go a bit crazy. Have you seen the films Despicable Me or Despicable Me 2?
Yes, I saw the both
You've seen
movies.
both of them. What did you think? Did you enjoy them?
Yes, I think they are. It's a fun movie
Yeah.
to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Even though they're sort of supposed to be children's movies, right? Did you watch it with a child or just by yourself?
Uh, just by myself.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the movie.
Yeah, I have to say, I've actually seen Despicable Me 2, but I didn't see Despicable Me 1, but I thought it was very funny. And the characters are quite memorable. What do you think about these minions? Because we're going to correct your work in a minute, but they've sort of invaded the planet a bit, right? Because they're everywhere you go. They've come out of the movie and they've like, I don't know, even they're on Pinterest. So I guess, do you think they're kind of cute characters?
Um,
Why do you think they are so memorable?
well, I, I don't know. Maybe the minions. They are really stupid and do stupid things all the time during the movie. Uh,
Absolutely, I agree. They're kind of entertaining in some way. All right, let's have a look at your writing. You've written really well, and we'll go through and make some corrections, and I will change the corrections into bold so you can see them, okay?
Okay.
All right, so let's go through it. Last week I got a lot of work to do. Usually we said I had a lot of work to do
Okay.
and didn't have enough time to do all the tasks. Yep, that sounds familiar. As long as I meet Dr. Nefario and he had told me that I had a lot of minions without any work to do, I asked for some minions. Okay, why did you choose to put as long as Max?
I think it's similar to since.
Okay, it is similar to since, yes, but it's actually referring to time. Do you know what the difference is between saying as long as or since?
I think I could use since when I have a consequence.
Yeah, exactly. So what it really is if you use as long as, you really need like some kind of a condition. So if I give you an example, as long as you eat your vegetables, you can have some ice cream for dessert.
Okay.
So it's not wrong here, but you need to have another part of the sentence. So as long as you do something, that's the condition, then you can do something else, which is what you're allowed to do. So you haven't actually got the grammar quite right with this. I would change it if I were you to since, then it does make more sense.
I can use since for consequence, right?
Since, yeah, after since, you need to give a reason for something, right? And then, yes, so since I met Dr. Nefario, we'll put it in the past tense because you started off here in the past tense. So because you met Dr. Nefario, then you were able to borrow some minions from him, right?
Yes.
If you like, you don't actually need this because you can just, because you're telling a story, it's like we're going along the timeline anyway. So if you get rid of since, you can use it. If you get rid of it, it also makes sense. I met Dr. Nefario and he told me. We don't need had because this is something that's happening in a timeline. It's not before. It's that you meet him and then he tells you. So we've got to keep with the past simple. And then we aren't sure here who, so we need to put the subject, right? He had a lot of minions. So let's leave it like that. That's really clear now. So I met Dr. Nefario and he told me that he had a lot of minions without any work to do. Excellent. Let's put a full stop because I think that that's enough information for one sentence. And then here, what we need to stick with, Max, is the past simple tense. Okay? So simply I asked. You need to be consistent with your tenses when you're writing like a little story or an account or something. And we don't usually, so we need to stick with past simple. So we've got had, met, told, etc.
For example, when I tell a story to someone, I don't need to use have to use.
Exactly. Yeah. Because if you use that tense, I have done something or I have eaten something, what you're basically saying is that the thing that you're talking about is still having an effect on you right now. And because you're telling a story, it's not really relevant because it's not talking about you. So we don't need to use it. This is the present perfect tense that we usually use. So have a little look up after class maybe, or we can talk about it if we have time. But yeah, we need to stick with the past simple in this case, okay?
Okay.
Alright, I asked Dr. Nefario for some minions for no more than 2 weeks. Excellent. That was really good. I like how you've used no more than. Surprisingly. Dr. Nefario said, yes, I could get however many minions I would need. So I did it. Excellent. Really good use of tenses. You've got the conditional tenses in the right places. All you need to do is add on however many minions. Considering I had a lot of work, work is usually uncountable, so we don't say works, we just say work, okay?
Okay.
Considering I had a lot of work to do, I thought my problems... Okay, this we need to change. I thought my problems had been solved. Because the idea is that your problems are solved and then you think about it. So we need to take one step further back into the past and then say had been, okay?
Okay.
But the minions gave me more problems than I had thought that they could give. Well done. Perfect tense usage. That was really tricky. Okay, so then we go to this. We'll get a new paragraph because we're going to explain all of these problems now. They are really anxious. Okay, that's good. That can stay in the present tense because it's talking about their character rather than actual event that happened. And then we'll start a new sentence. But all the time we need to move. So we're going to start with they want to do something all the time. And we need another subject. They messed my home up. We usually say to mess something up, okay? Rather than around. If you mess somebody around, it means that you're not being sincere with them. But usually when we're talking about things, we have to say mess something up.
Right.
Some minions really carried out some works and helped me out. Some minions really, what I would say here is carried out or even maybe did, and don't forget works is singular, uncountable, sorry. Some minions really carried out or did some work and helped me out, but other ones did the tasks in a stupid way, and that upset me very much. Excellent. Moreover, they eat a lot. Let's put that as a separate sentence to give it a bit more impact. All the food is never enough for them. I would say here, instead of all the food, that doesn't quite make sense. I would say, whatever food I give them is never enough. Or, no matter how much I give them. Okay?
Okay.
So even, this one's probably gives you more impact. No matter how much I give them, it's never enough. And then we'll put a full stop. They emptied my refrigerator within a day. How insane is that? You don't have to pay a salary to them, but taking care of them cost me a lot. Actually, we don't say costed, we just say cost. Cost me a lot. To sum up, I think I would have done better. I think I would have done my work better if I hadn't asked those stupid minions for help. They drove me crazy and I still have a lot of incomplete work to do. That was really entertaining, Max. Thank you. Well done. Do you understand all the corrections?
Yes.
Excellent. Do you have any questions about anything?
Let me see. I didn't get the when you change how many or however many minions.
Okay. Okay, so when we're talking about an unknown number in English, we usually have to add on this weird little part, ever. So I'll give you some more examples, right? You can, let's say, come to my house whenever you want. Or you can write whatever you want. Or you can play piano however you want. You can also add in something like however fast or however slow or however adverb, you want, because we're talking about playing the piano. So when you use these words, whenever, whatever, however, we're talking about the option of whichever word we've got here. Oh, there you go. Whichever picture you want. Have you ever studied these words before, Max?
Just whatever and whenever.
Okay.
I
So you've
never,
done wherever as well.
whichever, however, I never used it then.
Before. Okay, that's all right. They're really simple because they work the same way. So if you say you can go wherever you want. It's just we use them when you're giving somebody a choice. So you can say you can go where you want, but it doesn't sound as natural. So if you're giving somebody a choice of where or which or how or what or when, add on the word ever. And you can see that each of the sentences finish with you want, right? You can also say something like you like. You can come to my house whenever you like, whenever you feel like it. So they're all open-ended options. And in this case, where is it? I could get however many minions I would need. Or you could have put however many minions I wanted, or however many minions I would like. Because you've got it in the past, we have to change that to the past as well. But you need to have the word ever on there because your Dr. Nefario is giving you the option, right? It's just the same as whatever or whenever. It's giving the option of the number of minions that you would like. So that's why we have to use this ever thing.
Sure.
Does that make any sense to you?
Yes.
Alright, that's great. It's one of those things that can be a little bit tricky. It doesn't matter too much if you leave it out, but if you put it in, then it sounds really like much better, more natural English. So it's a good thing to remember. Any other questions?
I would like you to explain why I don't use have. For example,
Okay.
I have to tell the story all the time in simple past.
Okay. Let's talk about it for a second. So you're familiar with the simple past tense, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so the other tense that you used, I've been, I think it was, is basically called the present perfect, okay?
Okay.
And you have to form it, I think you know, you have to form it with have plus the past participle. Let me put it in the chat box. But the key thing about it is when to use it. That's the thing that can be a little bit tricky. Okay, so the most important thing to remember is that usually we have to use it if something has started in the past. That's okay, but it has to still be going on. It has to continue to be happening in the present. So when you say, where was it that you used it, Max? Was it I have asked, I think, was it? Here?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can't really use it with I have asked in this instance because one, if you ask somebody something, it happens and then it's finished, right? Like, Max, I asked you to tell me if you have any questions. And when I say that, the question's over in a matter of seconds. So it's not continuing in the present. You can sometimes say, I've asked somebody to do something if what you've asked them to do is still carrying on. Like, I've asked my mum if she will bake some cakes for me for the weekend. And maybe your mum has not actually told you if she's going to do it or not, or maybe she hasn't baked them yet. So the result of that is still affecting you in the present. But because we're telling a story and it's all over and done with, and you haven't got the minions anymore, it's not relevant anymore. It's not connected to the present anymore. So you can't use that tense, and it makes sense. It always has to be a connection between the past and the present. Okay?
Okay.
So if you think about it, to give you some examples, like maybe I'll say to you, Max, I've forgotten to, I don't know, to upload the file. The reason why I use it here, I've forgotten, is because yes, I forgot at some point in the past, but the problem is that the fact that I haven't uploaded the file is still causing me a problem right now. It's still affecting my present, so I can use this tense, right? Or I've lost my car keys, and that means I lost them maybe yesterday, but today I still haven't found them. I still can't drive my car, so it's still affecting me. If I say I forgot to upload the file, what it means is that, yeah, I forgot, and then I did the class, and then it's all over. It's not affecting me anymore. And if I say I lost my car keys, what I'm saying is at some point I lost them, but then the situation was resolved. Maybe I found them, maybe I gave my car away to a stranger, maybe I had to take the bus, but whatever happened is over, okay?
I understand.
You do understand?
Yeah.
Yay, that's great. I know it can be a bit tricky. It's quite a difficult one because other languages don't always have the same thing. Alright, any more questions?
No.
Alright, well Max, there you go. Don't forget to take this with you if you want to remember what we've talked about today. And thank you for sharing your interesting writing with me.
Okay, I enjoyed the lesson today.
Yep, I think we'll finish because there's no other students, and if you're okay and have no more questions, then we might as well go. We've only got a few minutes left anyway.
Okay, thank you.
You're
for your
welcome.
help.
No problem. Have a great day.
The same to you. Bye.
Bye.